Noel. Hmm. Okay. Thank you. So if you want to turn off, you can turn off. Huh? Now I'm looking actually today into the assessment coursework. Okay, and then I believe that you all know regarding to the tutorial exercise. So let me share with you all. First, I need you all. Let me see. I share my screen with you all. Okay, can you check under your Google Classroom? Okay, for today. Okay, just for today. Can you make sure that all the tutorial exercise have been submitted, assigned to you, except for the week 12, except for the week 12, this one. Okay, for the week 12, for example, like this one, for this one, we are not yet going to question number 2 and number 3. So I can make some adjustment to the submission. Okay, so that one you can skip that one first, but go look into your tutorial, the other tutorial. Okay, for example, like tutorial 10. Okay, let me see. If there is no issue, no problem. And then tutorial 9. Let me see. Okay, this one. Okay, I think you still have your answer, right? Okay, can you submit that one? This one, okay, no problem. Turn in, and then let me see menu. Okay, let me see. In this one, no problem. Okay, let me see for this one. This one, I think it follow from the each question, right? You have, for example, like question 1, Ferrer, question 2, Noel, and then question 3, Kelvin. Okay, that one, no problem. I just discussed the assessment with you today. Okay. Okay, good. This one, no problem. Okay. I think if you have any issue with the tutorial, okay, you just let me know. Okay, because I'm yet to see it in the details. So hopefully I don't miss anything from the tutorial exercise. Okay, let me see. I think I will go for the usability measurement today, the slide, because I think no issue with the tutorial. So let me see this one. If I can go for this slide actually, so that by next week we only left with one more lecture. Okay, so I think we go for this one. Around 3:15. Okay, around 3:15 or 3:20. We go for the this slide. This one quite easy. Less than 30 slide. Okay, 3:15. Give me a few minutes before we go for the lecture for this one. Usability measurement. All right, guys. So I'm going to the chapter 10 today, the usability measurement. So the last one will be the ergonomic. That one maybe by next week. And let me see. Right. First, we go to the usability. Little bit revision actually. So this is the standard define about the usability, because this one is actually we already cover for this one. What is usability? The extent to which a product can be used by a specified user to achieve specified goal with effectiveness, efficiency, and certification in specified context of use. Let me make it full screen. So we have the usability. Usually the usability will go for the design prototype. Okay, before we have the program and we have the real application, we have the design prototype, and usually in the design prototype we will do the usability test. And after we do the usability test, we want to know on how we will measure the usability test. So in this topic, actually we will look into the measurement of the usability. Now, the most important part that we need to know about the measurement is, okay, we need to identify, okay, if the usability test that we use can be measured or not. That is the most critical one. And then let's see, before we go to the usability, okay, uh, at the first, okay, how do we evaluate the usability? Okay, the usability is actually we have a variety of method, okay, exists for evaluating usability. Okay, the gold standard is to actually to test the production site with real, okay, in person user. Okay, such tests might be expensive. Okay, but the data they produce actually is invaluable. Okay, less costly method can also be used in testing the design, the visual design. But usually, okay, if we do heuristic review, for example, maybe, okay, the result or the thing that we want the feedback is less than if we are going for the in-person user or with the real user. So that is the thing that we need to bear in mind, okay, when we are doing the usability testing, and then to make some measurement of the testing actually. So under the usability, as we know that we have the four types of usability. Okay, we have learned before this. We have the explorative usability testing. The explorative usability testing actually sometimes we call it as the formative testing. Okay, we have discussed this one, and this is the most effective uh, when conducted at the beginning of the product development cycle. And then we have the comparative usability testing. And then we have the assessment usability testing, and also the validation usability testing. So this is the four types that we always use when we are going to do the usability test. And usability test usually, okay, it will go for the three way in here: effectiveness. Okay, we want to see the accuracy and completeness with which user achieve specific goal. and efficiency, the resources expended in relation to the accuracy, and the completeness with which user achieve, and then satisfaction, the comfort and acceptability of use. Okay, we want to make sure that under the usability, we have the expectation, okay, to receive either from the expert review or either from the real user, okay, on our prototype. Okay, make sure that we have the satisfaction. If you look from the diagram, it shows the good side. Okay, so now there is a question why we need usability metric. Okay, why we need the usability metric. Before I go, why we need, okay, let's look into the effectiveness first. Okay, how can we measure the effectiveness? It can be actually can be measured through two usability metric. Okay, either we use success rate. Okay, also sometimes we call it the completion rate and the number of error. Okay, this is the success rate or the completion rate. Okay, it's actually the percentage of user who were able to successfully complete the task. Okay, we give them tasks to try with our prototype and then see from the success rate, from the completion rate, okay, maybe 80%, 90%, so that we can see there is a measurement over there. Okay, despite the fact that this metric remains unable to provide insight on how the tasks were performed or why user fail in case of failure, they are still actually critical and are at the core of usability. Okay, the success rate and the completion rate. So the success rate is one of the most commonly used metric for the most practitioner. Okay, whereas 79% of them reported using the success rate as the first metric to consider for ease of use and during data collection and interpretation. Okay, and then we have the, let me see if we can go for the efficiency. Right, for the efficiency, usually this one was based on the time efficiency. Okay, this is sometimes we also call it as a time on task. Okay, this metric for efficiency, okay, usually helps in the measurement of the time the by the user actually to complete the task, or sometimes we call it the efficiency, the speed of work. Okay, this consequently means that there is a direct relationship, okay, between the efficiency and effectiveness. Okay, there is a relationship between the efficiency and the effectiveness. We can say that is actually the efficiency in here is actually the user effectiveness, okay, divide by the user time spent. So that is the relation between the efficiency and also the effectiveness. To make it short, okay, the efficiency is the way that the user can make sure that he can complete the task within the time frame. And then the effectiveness, we will see the success rate from the efficiency. Okay, so hopefully you all can see the relation, okay, between the effectiveness and the efficiency in here. I will go with this one later in the slide. Okay, there will be more explanation that one. According to Nielsen, usability element actually help you track progress between release. Okay, maybe we have prototype version 1, we have prototype version 2, version 3, version 4. So this usability metric can actually give us some the track progress. Okay, from one level to another level. Okay, assess your competitive position. Are you better or worse than other company? Okay, because maybe from the usability metric we can know that we are achieving some kind of percentage, and then compare with the other competitor. Okay, you know that maybe we can see that we are maybe around we can say 70% better than them. Okay, because of the feedback from the real user. So this is the way that we can have some comparison between the other company. Okay, where are you better? Oh, sorry, where are you better or worse? We will see that one from the measurement actually. Okay, make a stop go decision before launching your system. Okay, is the design good enough to release? So this is actually we get the real feedback from the user, either from the expert review or from the real person in real person engagement. Okay, from the usability testing. How to measure? Okay, how to measure ease of use? Okay, can we measure the ease of use? Okay, sometimes, not sometimes, usually this one quite subjective. Okay, because some people, okay, they have their own level of opinion regarding on the way that they are controlling, they are managing the design. For example, maybe we have the prototype, and then you give the prototype not from the expert view, but for the real user. So for the real user, when we bring our prototype to the field, for example, bring it to the people out there publicly, and then to measure the ease of use of this prototype. Okay, when you see the public people, okay, you will get a lot of feedback. So how we will measure that one? Is it based on the user perspective or user level, or maybe from the user knowledge? So in here we will look into that one. We use measurable things as indicator. Okay, for example, like task time. Can the user complete to use the prototype in a period of time? Or can we see the problems, error counts, okay, the way that the user use our prototype, keystroke counts, maybe from the opinions pool. Usually this one is from the questionnaire, the average of user who could successfully do a task or fail with the task. So this is actually the indicator that we can use to measure our usability testing. Okay, usually the simplest way is to go for the opinion pool. But that one, as we know before this, okay, the questionnaire sometimes it will give us a red flag, okay, regarding to the opinion poll. Okay, usually it's better to go for the real user and then get the feedback directly from them. Okay, let's look into the task time. Record how long it takes a user to complete task in second and or minutes. Okay, start task time when user finish reading, have finished all action, and from here we can measure the efficiency and productivity. Okay, so maybe if you look from the diagram there, okay, daripada from the picture in here, Task 1 with the original design, 12 seconds. They need to complete the task. And then redesign what with the new prototype. Maybe we have redesign. The user only needs 6 seconds to complete the task 1. Task 2, 75. Redesign, we have 15 seconds. Task 3, 9 seconds. Redesign, 8 seconds. So we will see that in here, there is a indicator for us that when we are doing redesign or maybe refurbish our prototype, there is the improvement. But bear in mind, sometimes when we redesign or refurbish our product, our prototype, it's not that it can be a good one. Okay, sometimes it will actually lead us to the worst thing. So sometimes we need to see the positive and negative impact. And then usually if we want to make sure that the task time is quite original, okay, from the original design time, okay, usually we will ask the same user, okay, to do the task again. Of course we can ask other people, no problem, but the way that the people when they are going to use it for the first time, it will be quite difficult for them to understand. So this is actually some disadvantages, okay, when we are using the different people going to the second usability testing with our product. Okay, usually we always go with the same people. Okay, but there's a problem when you go for the public opinion. Okay, usually you will not or you cannot get the same people to do uh, the task again and get the second task time, okay, because maybe the when we brought back again our prototype to the public, okay, it's not at the same time, okay, when we have redesigned our program. So we have to look at that point. And then error, okay, record any unintended action, sleep, mistake a user makes while attempting a task. Okay, by reviewing the recording, record each instance of error along with description. Okay, for example, user enter last name in the first name field. Later classify them into category. Maybe we can put the error by navigation error, by selection error, by interpretation error. So by categorize this error, okay, we will see that later when we redesign our prototype or our product. Okay, we know that this is the area that we need to do some improvement. Okay, error provide excellent diagnostic information and usually to be mapped to UI problem, the user interface problems. Okay, so usually error, you just don't do some like watch them only. Usually for the error measurement, we need to record the user that while they are doing the task, okay, so that we can review again, okay, so that we can review again and can double check and categorize the error made by the user testing. Okay, completion rate, task success, this is the one that I discussed with you all before this. Okay, completion rates or task success are a simple measure of usability. It's typically recorded as a binary metric: 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0. Okay, 1 is for the task success, 0 is for the task failure. Okay, if user cannot accomplish their goal, not much else matter. So there is only two options: success or failure. Okay, you should define the success criteria for each task prior to the data collection. Okay, we need to set that one earlier. If you don't predefine the criteria, you run the risk of constructing a poorly worded task and not collecting clean success data. Okay, let's look into this example. Find the current price for a share of Google stock. That one, clear instruction. Second, B, research way to save for your retirement. It's too general, not clear. Okay, because there is no indication or no indicator on how you gonna research. Okay, what kind of a saving you want for your retirement. Okay, there are a lot of a package outside there. So make sure you guide the user, okay, to go for the specific, or go for the a clear path for them to do the task. Okay, don't ask them or don't give them the task that quite general. Okay, so if for example, like the B, research way to save for your retirement. Okay, we can say that it can always, the task can be always success. Because of what? Because the answer quite general also can be accepted. So that's why, okay, we need to be very clear and precise on giving the task for the user testing. Okay, and then page view click, fundamental tracking metric for website and web application. This one we can use usually like the Google Analytics. Okay, conversion rate. Okay, measuring whether user can sign up or purchase a product. Okay, conversion rates are a special kind of a completion rate and are the essential metric in e-commerce. Okay, conversion rates are also in binary measure, one converted, zero not converted, and can be captured at all phases of the sale process, from the landing page, from the registration page, or even in the checkout and the purchase. Okay, it is often the combination of usability problems, error, and time that lead to conversion rate in shopping cart. Okay, usually this one we can use the A/B test. Let me see the if we have another measurement, um, and then we have the test level satisfaction. Okay, this is to measure the user satisfaction. Usually we use the test level satisfaction, okay, to get the user testing certification. Quite easy. This one, if you do the interview, if you do the questionnaire, okay, like system usability scale, okay, or net promoter score. Okay, we can have usually this one when you have some kind of interview at the last page. Okay, they will go for the test level satisfaction. Okay, rate your experience. What is your overall satisfaction with our website, or maybe how will you rate your experience on this page? Okay, this is the net promoter score. This metric under the test level satisfaction actually helps into investigating the general impression of user confronted with the system. Okay, the measure of level of satisfaction, you can either use, okay, from here use the star, or maybe they can use the numbering, or we can use the new system like the smiley scale. Okay, The smiley scale is the icon that showing the icon of smiley. Okay, poor, and then we have straight line. Okay, that is method, actually the smiley scale method, where the user is expected to choose, okay, one of the five smiling as a reflection of their satisfaction or lack of satisfaction. Okay, and then let me see if we have another one. Let me see. Okay, there is another one I want to add in here, is the time-based efficiency. Okay, beside that we have this one. Okay, we have the task time, we have the error. Okay, we have the completion rate, we have the page view click, we have the conversion rate, test level satisfaction. We also have another one, which is the time-based efficiency. Okay, time-based efficiency. Sometimes it will call as a time on task. Okay, the one that I have discussed with you all earlier. This is the metric actually to measure once again the time spent by the user to complete the task, or sometimes we call it as the speed of work. Okay, so that is a few example. Okay, example of measuring usability efficiency. Efficiency refer to the amount of effort, usually regarding to the mental, cognitive, or physical user need to put in to achieve their goal. Okay, time taken on first attempt, time to perform a particular task, number of action or steps that participant took in performing each task. Okay, if more action means more effort needed to complete the task. So this is under the efficiency. Efficiency measure can be used to compare the efficiency of, okay, we can compare two or more similar product or version of a product when used by the same user group for the same task in the same environment. So this one usually maybe when we are developing a new design, maybe we have two product exactly the same, similar product, for example, so that we can have at the last stage, we can choose from the best product. Okay, usually for big uh, organization, when they are launching a new product, okay, a successful product, usually, okay, at the prototype stage, actually, the successful product have, I think maybe 4 to 5 same product. Okay, and then after go to several testing, they will choose the best product to go for the as a final product. Okay, so this is actually we can choose the best product from the efficiency measurement. Okay, two or more type of user when using the same product for the same task in the same environment. So we can see that from the user feedback, which is the best from the same product. Okay, two or more tasks when carried out by the same user on the same product in the same environment. Okay, so this one we can give them two or more tasks, okay, with the same user, okay, and then use the same product so that we can compare the efficiency either regarding to the task or regarding to the user or regarding to the time that they complete for the testing, okay, for the task actually. Example of measuring usability, there is another one, effectiveness. Okay, effectiveness refer to the accuracy and completeness with which user can achieve their goal. Okay, so in here, the accuracy This is the accuracy. It's actually the same with the number of error per unit of time. And then we can refer that one from the completeness rate. Okay, percent of user able to successfully complete the task that we give to them. Okay, we can look this one from the scale. Okay, from the binary coding, which is the 1 for complete, 0 for fail. So we can get the effectiveness with this formula: number of tasks completed successfully, total number of tasks undertaken, and you times 100. So we get the effectiveness a percentage. Okay, quite easy for that one. Example to this one, to the effectiveness. Goal to transcribe a 2 page of written document into a PDF format with your new system. Okay, so for this one, accuracy could be measured by the number of spelling mistake. And then for the completeness, okay, completeness could be measured by the number of words of the document transcribed divided by the number of words in the source document. Okay, for example, maybe there is a 10 sentence in that document. Okay, and then when we are doing uh, transcribing that document, okay, 10 sentence in 1 page, and then 10 sentence in second page, for example. And then we are calculating the number of spelling mistake, one, and then the second one, completeness, okay, regarding to the document transcribe divide by the number of word in the source document. Okay, we have the source document, 10 sentence in page 1, 10 sentence in page 2, 20. So you divide that one, okay, under the second one. Okay, measure by the number of words of the document, divide by the number of word in the source document. You see lah berapa dia punya percentage itu. Okay, from the original document and from the transcribed document. Okay, you see that one. For the satisfaction, okay, satisfaction is composed of comfort and acceptability of use. Okay, comfort, usually this one more to psychological or emotional responses to use of the system. This is, we can relate with how the user feels. Either they feels good, they feels warm, pleased, or maybe sometimes the user feel uncomfortable. So this one, we can scale actually the comfortness of the user. Okay, maybe using some scaling, okay, 1 to 5. If they feel good, 5. If they feel warm, 4. If they feel pleased, for example, 3. Uncomfortable, maybe put 0. Okay, so we can put the scaling there. Okay, acceptability, overall attitude towards the system. Okay, such as whether the user feels that the system support the way they carry out their tasks. Do they feel in command of the system? Is the system helpful and easy to learn? So from the user testing perspective, we need to see actually, okay, acceptability in here actually on how the user testing uh, will feel with the system. Okay, if the user testing think that the system, okay, it's quite helpful for them and easy to learn, and then maybe we can give some scale. Usually we give some scale, okay, 0 to 5 or 0 to 10. And then about the feeling, okay, yes, we cannot measure that one, the feeling, but we can get their a level of feeling that one. Okay, the level of acceptability. Okay, you just ask them if they accept or if they feel that the system is okay with them. So give them the rating, give them the scale. 0 to 10 or 0 to 5. Okay, so this is the easiest way actually we can get the measurement. Okay, we can measure by percentage of customer who would recommend it to a friend after 2 hours. Maybe we can use the net promoter score 0 to 5. Okay, 0 to promote to friend. Okay, yes or no, for example. Okay, percentage of customer that rate the product as more satisfying than the previous product. So we will see from this one. Okay, if we have a comparison product, then you see, okay, are they more satisfying with the new product or less satisfying with the old product? So we can measure that one. Okay, you can use also the software usability measurement inventory, okay, like Sumi questionnaire, an internationally standardized 50 item questionnaire. Sumi provide all overall assessment in 5 subscale: fake, efficiency, helpfulness, control, and learnability. You can go to the Google and have a look into the Sumi questionnaire. Okay, how many user, okay, that we need to go before we can get the measurement? Is one or two user enough, or maybe we need 50, we need 100, or we need 1,000? According to the Nielsen qualitative user testing, at least we need 2 to 5 user. Okay, having 5 user is enough for you to have the user insight into your system. Okay, so these have been proved, okay, according to Nielsen. Okay, if you think that you have one prototype, one design, and then you want to get some feedback from the user, you can have around 5 people, 5 user to do and to act as a user testing. Okay, you will see that in here, from the number of test user and usability problem found. Of course, when we have a lot of number of test user, and we can have a lot of collective data information, but usually we will go with the average. Okay, the more user go for as a test user, and then we need to go as a median or average user. Okay, but if you need more than 5 user, okay, when you are doing quantitative usability study, okay, this one you need to check under the collecting time. We need to check for the error count. For example, in order to get a high confidence interval on the result, okay, usually Nielsen, they will ask or they will recommend you to have testing 20 user for each device, for each design or the prototype, so that actually we can have the confidence level, the high confidence level, because you have more actually result from the testing user. The more the test user, the more higher the confidence level actually. Okay, measuring the user experience, this is the book that you can use. Okay, or maybe you can have the, if we have the time, okay, you can go and look for this ebook actually. Okay, collecting, analyzing, and presenting usability metric. This is from Tom Tullis and Bill Albert. Okay, so I think that's all for the presentation on our usability measurement. Okay, let me give some conclusion in here. All right, for the conclusion over the usability measurement, okay, in light of the conceptual framework that actually we have in the UI, user interface, okay, the user experience is highly influenced, okay, by everything that actually surrounding to the environment. Okay, in the digital world, especially in the context of user experience and the usability of a system, it's all about how accurate and how exact actually your number and stats are actually. And because there is so much data and variable that are completely out of control when we are conducting the usability testing, so sometimes the usability measurement might be not in a 100% situation, but at least actually we can have the indicator, okay, to the way that we want to redesign, or maybe we want to have some improvement to our prototype or designs. Okay, once you collected the metric, okay, the data that under the usability measurement, it's time actually to use the measurement, the data, and you can form a conclusion. Okay, either your system and the prototype, okay, maybe need to do some redesign, or maybe you need some changes, okay, to have a better design or better prototype before going for the real product. Okay, so this is actually on how we gonna measure the usability testing from the usability test user. Okay, so I think that's all for our chapter 10 today. I will go for the last chapter by next week. And don't forget, guys, Noel and Kelvin, we have replacement class on Saturday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And at that time also, I hope that Kelvin can do your presentation. Okay, so can for the last time, can you turn on the camera for a while before we dismiss our class today? Hmm. Okay, so thank you, Noel. Any question for this chapter? Quite easy lah, measurement only.
No.
Okay, so thank you, and I will see you on Saturday. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mm.